So my name's Lisa Dargan. I work for a company called Ultima Risk Management that specialises in information security consultancy, training, and has got some products as well. My role is as director of the business. My responsibility is business development, so gaining new clients, and our strategic direction. What's going on? Where should we be? What services should we offer? How do we position ourselves? And fundamentally, how do we attract more clients and grow the business? I ended up in this industry, so way back when, I worked in the wonderful world of insurance, which was as interesting as it seems. And I met somebody who kept saying to me, oh, come work in technology, come work in technology. Coming from a sales background, it was the big ticket, you know, the attraction of it's much better, it's more lively, there's much more going on. So I got involved in information technology, working for an organisation that sold technical solutions. And I very quickly got involved in the information security element of that, so the technical side of that, which was far more interesting for me than selling massive boxes of tin and massive boxes that store things. It was more interesting because it wasn't one size fits all, it was about layering it, it was about the technology that sat behind it, and it was about what you do with the information you're getting back. And from there, I then got involved in a separate part of the business that was, right, technology's there, but what about people, process, governance, policy, and how does that affect it all? So yeah, you need smart bits of technology and smart bits of tin that can do something for you, but actually your weakest link is probably your people and your processes. So I got involved in that side of the business that for me was the most interesting part, and I've been involved in that for the last 10 years. A typical day varies. I spend a lot of my time with clients, so speaking to clients, understanding what their problems are, challenges are, and trying to think about how we could help them solve those. So I go out and promise the earth, and then I have a team of people behind me who shoot me and then go and deliver it. But for me, so a typical day it's fairly email intensive, particularly the more time you spend with people, the more you have to follow that through and document what you found and what you recommend and so on and so forth. So a typical day for me is about out in front of clients most of the time. So usual thing, up in the morning, emails, out to wherever I happen to be heading. Most of the time it's London and South East based, but you know, I do spend my time predominantly UK based. I do spend my time Manchester, Leeds occasionally. So yeah, predominantly, as I said, with clients. In some respects, it's the same. Best bits and worst bits are the people. So best bits of the job is I meet lots of different people with principally the similar challenges or problems, but actually coming at it from different angles, different impacts, which gives them different risk profiles, different risk appetites. So the best bits is the people, the variety, the fact that it's constantly evolving. You know, the world of information security doesn't stand still. So you think you're getting on top of something and then something else is happening. So it's constantly evolving. The worst bits, in some respects, are also the people as well, because actually a lot of your problems are people blocking things, not really understanding it, trivialising it to say, oh, is that really important? Actually, do you know what? There's something else that we think is more important. The further you go up, the more senior people you speak to, it's about getting them to understand the importance of information security within their environment. But overall, the best bits massively outweigh the worst. To research the industry is really your best bet. It's obviously to hit the internet and to look at some of the professional organisations like IISP, like CREST, to look at some of the magazines, articles, computing and things like that to find out further information. Or if you want to advance your career and look at probably further education as then a springboard, to look at the universities. Royal Holloway is probably the best example of things that they've got available. If you think about coming into security, I would say it's as I said before, it's constantly changing. So you could think, actually, I quite fancy this area. Today we're talking about data scientists, or I really fancy that. But you might think, actually, no, I fancy looking at trying to do some forensic investigations on where people have been. And you might step back from that and say, that's all really good, but actually it's the people part. So I would say, think about information security, information assurance, because it's not what it used to be. It needs a myriad of skills, a myriad of different people, and actually it offers an opportunity to people to go into something they think they might be interested in and to start along their journey. And maybe it's only a few years, actually I really thought I was very technical. I thought hacking, or actually preventing hackers or chasing down hackers, was where I want, but actually that's not where I am. I think I'm more interested in the analysis, or actually I'm more interested in the people. So there is so many opportunities within the world of information security and information assurance, and the one thing you can be certain of, information security and information assurance are going to be here next year, next decade, next century, and on and on and on. So certainly it is a longevity career. It's something you can get involved in now. You'll still be involved in 40 odd years time, or goodness gracious me, 50, 60 years time when you retire, but all that time your role would have constantly changed, everything would have evolved, you'll never stand still, and you'll constantly be challenged. So it really is a worthwhile career.